My bad.
Real fire? Nuh-uh. It is too. They just smear ash on their lips first. That's why it don't hurt. That's all it takes.
Whoever conceals a mage in their home shall burn alongside him or her.
We can try it at home later.
No, children, don't try that at home later.
Greeting. Show me your wares.
Why is that guy behind me glowing? Oh, I can't sell you anything? Well, aren't you just the worst merchant ever?
So long.
Who's glowing back here? Oh, that's old. Oh, that's the book merchant. Roach, I need to move faster. Zinch one? Ugh. Slash at the bottom with only 4 votes. Other with 5. 6 for Corn, 7 for Nurgle, 10 for Zinch. Chat's got bad taste today. Terrible taste. Okay, we'll go here. Yeah, that's right, I said it. Oh, we can actually visit this dude and get all our money exchanged. Our dwarf buddy.
How can I be of service?
Convert.
Got some coin I'd like to convert into crowns.
You've come to the right place. A better rate you'll not find anywhere in the city.
1,800, almost 1,900 crowns. Not bad.
Faster.
Oh!
How you doing, Sadie girl? What's my order for that poll? Like, which is my what's my favorite gods? Nurgle's my favorite. I would say Nurgle's my favorite, followed by Slanesh, followed by Zinch, followed by Korn. That would be mine for the big 4. Obviously, it would change a fair bit if I included like the minor powers. If you include the minor powers, it would probably go like Nurgle, Great Horned Rat, Slanesh, Hashit, Zinch, Korn. But I do like all of them quite a bit.
What are you?
Oh. Why are you so poor? You have anything worth buying? Not really.
See you.
No love for Malal. No, I'm not a. I would not consider myself a Malal or Zufison fan at all. Like, they don't even make my list. First of all, I don't think Games Workshop owns the rights to Malal anymore. Second of all, I think it's Malice now. Second of all, like, Zufison never came up in like the stuff that I read. He was before my time.
Greetings, Ibier.
Greetings, Geralt. How might I be of...
Him and
have on
Necra something. Oh, you have so much money. Oh, thank God. I need to sell all this garbage. Wow. I picked up a lot of shit. Even you don't have enough money. My dear rich elven friend. Even thou hast failed me. How far in the game are we? We are clearing out all the question marks in
What do you have?
Skellige, but we have finished the main, like all of the notable quests in every little area. The only like main quest we've got left is to go find Uma and break the curse on him, I guess. There should be another blacksmith in town. Oh, there is, but he's not showing up on my map. We can go to this guy. Favorite chaos god is Sotek. You what? Yeah, I've seen the Zuvacin event. It is a cool event. It's a nice callback. It's a good Easter egg. Wait, is this a regular merchant or is this a specialized merchant? I feel like this is a specialized merchant. Isn't this the elf dude or is this somebody else? I think this is the elf dude. Damn it! Screw it. I've sold enough. It depends on which. So, Sovereign, technically every god exists within the ether. And technically the ether is itself is chaos. However, it's more due to tricky wording, because when people say chaos god, obviously they mean the gods that the forces of chaos worship, in which case no. But if you mean chaos as in like, are they contained within the realm of chaos, well then yes. All right, fuck it, let's just get out of here. Okay, so we were at the whale graveyard. Yep. Though I think it'd be better to go to Lafoten and go from there.
Long search for Ciri led Geralt to conclude that Uma, the ugliest man alive and the victim of a curse, was the key to finding the
What about
unknown.
Andraste? Andraste? That's not ringing a bell for me. Yeah, no. In fantasy, gods are only empowered by worship in them specifically, or by like participating in the emotion or concept that empowers them. I was gonna say, and I recognize the name Andraste, but Dragon Age. Oh, new marker, local cemetery. Well, that's a bummer.
Call that broken.
Excuse me.
Beg your pardon.
Excuse me. Come through. Yep. Mm-hmm. Doesn't Slaanesh get power when the other gods are worshipped? It's not so much that Slaanesh gets power when the other gods are worshipped. It's that Slaanesh gets power from all forms of excess. So whenever like a Khorne gives into excess rage or unleashes an excessive amount of violence or experiences an excessive amount of hatred, that also empowers Slaanesh because it's in excess. Same for people like scheming and plotting empowers Tzeentch, or unleashing an excessive amount of magic for Tzeentch. Those things would also empower Slaanesh. Those giving in to an excessive amount of despair, or when an excessive amount of disease is present, are giving power to Slaanesh, even though they're actually meaning to give to Nurgle. But in the same breath, you could say that, you know, all forms of chaos require magic in order to function. For what is chaos if just not magic? Therefore, all of anytime chaos does anything, Tzeentch benefits from it. But furthermore, chaos is an inherently violent force. It is inherently a predator that seeks to corrupt and consume everything around it. So it's constantly indulging in bloodshed and violence. So whenever chaos expands, Korn gets stronger. Like, it's a mess. That's what makes them virtually impossible to defeat. I wouldn't call Stromfels the inverse of Manon. Manon's kind of a dick too. Manon is just not exclusively a dick, whereas Stromfels very much is exclusively a dick. Because Stromfels is the god of storms, pirates, and sharks. Like, he is the god of everything the ocean has to offer that is immensely unpleasant. Meanwhile, Manon is more the god of everything the ocean has to offer, good and bad. But, like, Manon's the god of the sea, and if there's one thing you need to understand about sea gods, it's that they're all dicks. Because the sea is a dick. Like, the ocean... in all, the ocean in most interpretations is a mercurial, nightmarish thing that has ever-shifting moods that can never truly be relied upon. And Warhammer very much embraces that concept. Like, there are many in the Empire who are very uncomfortable with Manon as a god, because they find Manon to be too destructive and ill-tempered to be a proper god. But anyone who has to do anything involving a boat or the ocean, is like, well, I don't really fucking care, because he's the only reason that I don't die, as far as I'm concerned, so I'm gonna worship him, because I want to go home. Lady? What are you doing? Oh, you are. Get out of there. Come on. Here. Come over here. Get away from me. Yeah, you need to stay where I can. You're being a little destructive over there. Yeah, we're not allowed to do on that. No, ma'am. No. No, we're not allowed to do that. I got you those nice fancy antlers so you have something to chew on. On partner. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Started coughing. It's like, what are you doing? And sure enough, she's chewing on my paint desk. It's like, oh, giant stick. How delicious. Yeah, we need to work on behaving ourselves. Excuse me for just a second, chat. I need to take a pill real quick, and then we can continue. The new puppy is a Great Pyrenees. Yes, she is a Great Pyrenees lab mix, but we're also pretty sure there's some border collie in there. Funny enough, she only has one dew claw. All right, sorry about that. I need to get some. I need some pain pills. Is Renaud bad? I don't think so. He's definitely, I mean, he's a trickster. And he also is the god of thieves. So obviously wealthy people don't like him. And people that maintain the status quo don't like him. But Renaud also believes that you should never resort to murder. Renaud is very anti-violence. Like, he does not, he's not okay with you, like, it's fine to steal from people. It is not okay to rob people, if that makes sense. Like, you shouldn't mug people. You're a pickpocket? Cool. You know, you're a clever thief that does really interesting tricks to steal from people? Cool. But the second you, like, kill someone, you're out. You fucked up. Unless it was in self-defense. But Ronaldans they are very not big fans of overt violence. What happened to the last emote artist? He just kind of vanished one day. Unfortunately, that happens a lot with artists, I've noticed, much to my sadness. I've worked with a lot of artists now. Well, not a lot, but like a reasonable number. And it's been interesting. You know, I'd say right now we're probably at about a 50-50 rate of like me paying someone and they actually like do what they're paid for, which is unfortunate. I mean, I had 2 artists last year who I paid to do a job, and one of them just took the money and ran, and another one did most of the work and then vanished. Which is why I am never, ever, 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 ever again paying an artist all of the money up front. Ever again. Not happening. Unless it is like, they have to be like so well known and respected that like being found to have stolen money and not finishing the job would like genuinely hurt their reputation. Holy Artist, good to see you, dude. Have a good night. Thanks so much for coming by. The Sadie Sar? Yeah, no, I definitely want to get a Sadie Sar made. All right, next. Oh my god, there's so many of these. Okay, let's go knock out this group of 5. My girlfriend does emotes for free if you ever want. I appreciate the offer. I kind of have like a personal thing about I'm not really comfortable accepting work for free, except for like really rare circumstances. But at some point, I would like to hire a new emote artist. Oh yeah, dude, the Tehenuan model was finished ages ago. It's up in my display shelf. There are pictures of it on the Discord. If you go into the Discord channel, there's literally there's a channel called like Tehenuan Pics Archive that shows like the work in progress until it was finished. He's working on a Lord Croak for model for me right now, and it's almost done. The Lord Croak model is probably like 90% or 95%. Maybe a little less. I forget. Like he said he still has to do the throne, but I forget exactly how much of it that is. No, stay away. Yeah, the new AOS one. Uh-huh. It looks really, really, really fucking good. Rude. Anybody else? Ow. Yeah, I got you that time. The original Salon model is one of the best models ever made. It is a very nice sculpt. I will say, though, I am very excited for the new one coming out. Like, I know for a fact, based on the images they put out, that there is a new Salon coming, and I am so excited. Because, like, the old model is nice, but, like, you know, I would rather have something in plastic. Another one done. Also, I'm really excited to just see what the updated sculpt is going to look like, because as much as I love all the fantasy sculpts, AOS sculpts, just on the whole, are like so fucking gorgeous. Since Ash Ketchum wants to be the best, would he worship Slaanesh? I don't think so, honestly. Just because Ash, although he says he wants to be the best, he doesn't, like, do anything in order to be the best. Like, he has a moral compass that gets in the way of that a lot. You know who would worship Slaanesh is fucking Gary. Gary would worship Slaanesh because he's such a dick. Ash is champion now, though? Yeah, after how many years of being 10 years old? Gary from SpongeBob? Well, maybe also Gary from SpongeBob, but I meant Gary Oak, also known as douchebag in most people's playthroughs. But you know, Brock would definitely worship Slaanesh. That is without question. Slaanesh would love Brock, and Brock would love Slaanesh back. Misty would be corn. Come and get me, come and get me, harlot. Mr. Krabs. What motivated you to do this? Money. Squidward is the next Everchosen? No way. Squidward is way too self-hating. Like, and like not willing to blame it. Well, I don't think he's got like, I don't think he's got the arrogance that's needed. Like, he's able to be broken down by annoying shit. Jake Woo, 6410 Mafia Solaire. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Good to see you guys. Front Zipper. Hey, man, I always wondered how similar gods see each other in the Warhammer world. How does Nurgle see the actions of Pestilence Skaven? How do Khorne see the worshippers of Cain? Great question, actually. So, generally speaking, when talking about gods that are very, very similar, or they have similar domains, in most circumstances, I would say in the majority of circumstances, those two gods are going to hate one another. because they are competing directly for the same essence, if you will. They tend to be fighting over the same ideal or concept. For instance, both Cain and Corn want blood to be shed in their name specifically. And because of that, they view each other as lesser. You also have circumstances where two gods are very similar, but they're not like identical. So there's enough of a difference that like a rivalry forms, but not so much of a difference that they're like, you know, able to be opposed. Like they can easily be mistaken for the same god. For instance, like Manon and Stromfels, right? Very similar gods to the extent that many people believe that Stromfels is just a manifestation of Manon. It's just his like darker half, essentially. But there is a creature of Manon in the ocean that is very intelligent, although the language he speaks is not known to anyone that's still alive, including even the ancient elves. And named Triton. And Triton, it's not exactly clear what he is, but it's mostly implied that he is likely a son of Manon, or as close to being a son of Manon as one could be. Perhaps even like a mortal physical avatar or entity that exists that people mistook as a god and started to worship, which then caused Manon or Mathlan to manifest. But in any event, he does exist, and he fucking hates Stromfels. And anything that would be liked by Stromfels. Like, he is not friendly with forces that are similar to them. That being said, another good case would be Mathlan versus Manon, right? A lot of people think that Mathlan and Manon are the exact same god. Like, they are 100% undeniably the same deity. Their names sound very similar. Manon is just the human god, human worshipped god of the ocean, while Mathlan is the elven worshipped god of the ocean. So a lot of people just look at that and go, oh, well, obviously, like, they're the same thing. It's just that it's two different cultures' interpretations. However, Manon hates pirates. Manon hates those who very over aggressively fish his oceans. For instance, and like torture the creatures of his environment, of his domain. So for instance, he absolutely freaking hates dark elves, like dark elf, black arcs, and all those guys. Despises them. However, Mathlan seems to favor dark elf reavers and dark elf sailors, and seems more than inclined to answer their prayers and accept their offerings.